down 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a Tempur-Pedic bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folgers. Soldier, flow feeling colder, some call it polar.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They will toss to Brown, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Rich, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Alton Robinson coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Rich. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Rich. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Rich. Throwing it, Terry McLaurin. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's got room at the 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sent.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Off play action. Rich. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Rich. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a 4-point game. The Washington offense set to take over again. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. This will be caught by Brown. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Rocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. And how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. A 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders offense set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A first down throw for Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Prescott to throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Prescott now. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Fielded at the 43. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rich. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Brown on the draw play. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action now, Prescott. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 27. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Right back to Brown. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Rich. Man open left side is Brown. 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Patterson's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Now Prescott. Incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Dallas. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, Rich. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
DeMarcus Lawrence
able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Commanders back out late in this first half, and they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Back to throw. Rich. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And able to complete it to Moreau. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw again. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson, 5. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start in the Northeast, an NFC East battle, and a good one between Philadelphia and New York. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. The Eagles trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Another game of interest in the AFC East has us checking in on the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Justin Fields, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no run back here, as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here is Washington now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Running right, here's Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Operating from the gun. Rich. Catch made. It's Moreau. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Rich. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Allen Robinson from 10 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dallas offense back out onto the field as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive. And
doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. He'll get this to Elliott. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A look to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Washington ready to try again on offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Brown. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. To throw on 3rd down. Rich got a man. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Washington. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll set up a throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Tosses the out route here to Gallup. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. That'll be a 43. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Throwing to start the drive. Rich, flushed out right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Handing it off to Brown. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Rich. And that is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.